Welcome everyone to my first tech log. In this video what we're going to do is we're going to install a fresh install of the new OSX Yosemite 1010 onto my Retina MacBook Pro. So just a little bit of back history. This is my first video, so I apologise in advance. Hopefully there's going to be quite a few videos to come. We've got quite a lot of tech. What we're looking at here is my main setup. The Mac is usually down below, underneath, and then we've got the dual screens. Over here we have the Power Mac G5, and we have a Mac Mini as well, which is operating as a server. Blast from the past, we have my iMac G3, and down here we also have a nice little Windows 95 box, so plenty of stuff to make videos about. Oh, and I've also got a few phones just to tease. So yeah, all good stuff, lots to come, and hopefully going to be the start of a very busy channel. So just a bit of backstory. I decided to do a fresh install of 1010. I tried upgrading in place, however it was a bit of a pain. Things haven't really gone to plan, so I've pulled it out. Plugged it into the Ethernet, and I've downloaded a copy of 1010. Now I've made a USB installer. It's usually a lot easier to do a fresh install. There's a great program called Disk Maker X, and that's, if you just Google that, you're going to find that. It's brilliant. So I've made my USB. We'll see. And what we're going to do, we're going to cut now, and we're going to go and get this beast installed. So guys, you're going to have to forgive me, I'm still in the process of getting a tripod mount sorted, but fingers crossed that should all come in time. I hope the view is quite good for you. So this is my late 2013 Retina MacBook Pro. It's my main machine. As you saw earlier, I hook it up to the two monitors. I've got the magic mouse, I've got the pad. It works really well. I'm connecting to the two monitors over Thunderbolt to DVI, but we'll go into that in another video when I'll tidy my room, do a bit of a desk tour, I think. So it's got a 2.6 GHz Core i5 processor, so I opted for the higher end one. 8 gig of RAM, and it's got the 512 GB SSD. There's a great story behind that, and again, we'll come back to that in another video. So let's get this thing started then. So how do we do a clean install? As I said earlier, we download DiskMaker X, download OS 10.10 from the App Store, and it's so easy, it'll do it all for you. So we take the USB, and what we'll do is we'll pop it into the port. These ports, they're notoriously dodgy, the Thunderbolt port ones. Really bad design, I think, by Apple. Again, one of my many rants. You'll come to know those. So we'll start the Mac by holding down the Alt key and powering on. What that'll do is that will allow us to select the USB. So we're going to go for a clean install. I've backed up to my server, the G5. Again, another great video that's going to be. So here we go. We've got Macintosh HD, and it's picked up the USB. Again, I hope you guys can see this clearly. So we're going to select the USB, and we're going to boot. As you can see, I already got 10.10 on from the previous install. Again, so many problems with that, doing the upgrade. That's why I'm doing the fresh install. But you can sort of see that it's already changed the boot screen from white to black. A nice touch, I think, really. I don't know where Apple's going with all their design language. I'm not the biggest fan of 1010. I like the features. Works well with my iPhone 6 Plus. But I'm more of a Mavericks man. Like I said, this machine originally shipped with Mavericks, so I've got no problem going back if I need to. But I'm thinking, let's give it a go. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so we booted in to OSX. This is straight from the USB, remember. We've got my Wi-Fi up there. We don't need to connect that. We don't need anything. It's all on the USB. Firstly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to blank the hard drive. We're going to start fresh. So to do this, we're going to go to Utilities, and we're going to go to Disk Utility. So simple enough, we're just selecting the Macintosh HD. This is my boot drive, the 512 gig SSD. And what we'll do is we'll actually erase the whole partition. Why not, hey? Let's see if it allows me to select it. So we're going to, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look. Why is it not allowing me to select it? Very odd. Very odd indeed. Okay, well, not to worry. That's a bit odd. I wouldn't mind having the ability to change the partition, but there you go. That's better. We've hit erase. As you can see, we've now got 498.97 gig free. Don't know whether you guys can read that. Of the 500. So, brilliant. Macintosh HD, Mac OS X extended journaled. Right, so we can come out of that now that that's erased. So there we are, guys, nice and quick. Not so bad on these newer Macs. I'm not sure what the time is like on the other one. So I'll take you briefly through the initial setup, but then we'll cut it at that, because I do need to get the machine up and running so I can edit this and get it back on. So, obviously United Kingdom, good old British flag. Transferring it, no, we're all going to do that ourselves. Although I've heard good stories about this migration assistant, so if you're coming from another Mac or Windows PC, it's definitely something to consider. Okay, I'll just enter in my details and we'll be right back. Quick as a flash, and we're back. So again, more terms and conditions, which of course we're definitely going to agree to. And again, just in case we're not sure the first time. Brilliant. Okay, and we'll set up this account. We'll set up as me. But I'm not going to use my account to log in. Again, I'll just enter the password. Password in, and we're going to hit continue. So guys, yeah, there's going to be a lot of good videos coming from this channel. Definitely subscribe, it's much appreciated. I've got so much tech kicking around, and I'd like to talk about it. Basically, there's going to be builds, there's going to be restores, there's going to be repurposing, network stuff, all sorts of good geeky stuff. And obviously there's going to be unboxings of phones, because I am phone mad. So we'll set up iCloud keychain, and we'll approve that from another device. Approval request has been sent, so I'll accept that later. Okay, disk 5-volt disk encryption. Now this is something new with 10.10. It's not new, in fact, it's always been there. However, they want to turn it on as default. I'm very wary of that. If you forget your password, it can be an absolute nightmare. And as it's a built-in SSD, I just don't want to take the risk. I'm not that I'm very forgetful. It's just I prefer to manage my own encryption and things like that through good backing up and protecting the backups and the cloud and stuff. So we're going to turn that off. Even though we could actually reset that with the iCloud password. Again, I just don't like it. So we'll click continue. So I always turn off diagnostic and usage data. I don't send that to Apple. It's just something I always do. And we'll hit continue. And that, gentlemen and ladies, of course, should be it. So we're setting up your Mac, and it should boot straight into 1010 now. There we go. Lovely, on a Retina display. So I'll leave the video at that, guys. And like I said, please subscribe. There's going to be so much more stuff coming onto the channel. It's going to be great. I'm excited about what's only going to happen, and I hope you guys are too. But I'll leave it at that for now, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.